Welcome back to another video, guys. TechLift here. Today I'm going to be going over my Xbox Series S gaming setup. I want to talk to you guys about how I went about setting it up, give you guys a few pointers on how you can go about it. I know when I was in my younger days, I didn't really care as long as I was playing Xbox, but it wasn't really a vibe. And now that I'm a little older and I do this to kind of just wind down, de-stress, as you guys hear over and over again, I really wanted to make it a space where I was inspired and creative. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Jumping straight into it, guys, I'm rocking the base model Xbox Series S. I can't remember if it's 250 gigabytes or 500 gigabytes of storage. I just know it's the base model. I can hold about 3 full-size optimized Xbox Series X and S games on here. Other than that, I'm rocking an external hard drive for it where I store store games, and I move them over to the internal hard drive whenever I'm ready to play them. Other than that, non-optimized games, I can play them straight off the hard drive. I believe Warzone, I can play it off the hard drive. I don't need to move it over. Next to that, I'm rocking the Mac Mini by Apple. It's my main creative work computer, work for personal. It's what I use to train my clients on, what I use to code, what I use to edit videos, all sorts of things, and just surf the web and get inspired, plan out projects, that sort of thing. That's what I'm rocking there. I'm a big fan of the base models to get performance, and then you can kind of just do the storage outside of it, just depending on how much you need. Next to that, I'm rocking the iPad stand. As you guys can see there, I'm not really using it. I'm using the iPad on a case, but it's an 11-inch iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil. I use it for, listening to podcasts, for listening to lo-fi music, jotting down notes, that sort of thing. And whenever I game, that's my go-to form of entertainment. I either throw on a podcast or I throw on maybe some lo-fi music. This iPad stand there is kind of what I use right there in the video currently showing. That's not what I was using. Behind that is the LG Ergo 27-inch 1440p monitor. I don't know the refresh rate on it. Honestly, I don't really care about that. I'm not a hardcore gamer. I just know that I can do pretty well on some Battlefield games, Call of Duty games, and I don't really let all the technical specs really get me down. I honestly don't really know what the heck the frame rate does. I just know it refreshes faster. Anyways, I don't really care about it. 1440p is all I need. It looks amazing. It looks so crisp. I've had this monitor for about a year, maybe year and a half, 2 years, and it is going strong. I got it refurbished on Amazon for like $100, $200, and it has been amazing. It is a super freaking crispy looking monitor. Below that, holding everything together, is literally this stand-up desk from Facebook Marketplace. I got it for $100, I believe. Does the job and holds everything together. Now, the big emphasis I want to put on here is that I pieced this together piece by piece. Nothing was bought like straight off the bat. You guys have seen like other setup videos where I slowly added things to my setup, and that's kind of how this whole thing has come about. Top of the desk, I'm rocking the Blue Yeti microphone. Check out the review and setup of that on this channel as well. Other than that, I'm rocking a Good Vibes plant. Don't really know what kind of plant it is. I just know it's good vibes. It's greenery. It gives me oxygen. It just looks cool on the setup. Adds some life to the whole setup. Now, the main theme of this whole entire gaming setup is creativity, inspiration, and just fun, and I guess just things that I enjoy, right? I have my helmet, mountain biking helmet, right above my whole setup on a floating shelf. Next to that, I have my running glasses, which I wear every single day when I go on my runs. Super cool, super vibey. They look nice on the shelf. Above that, I'm rocking the Mac Mini box. It just looks cool. It's aesthetic. I'm a nerd, I'm into tech. And next to that, I'm rocking my gimbal. It's just a place where I can store my gimbal, or easy access to use it, and it looks cool, and it's also just a part of my personality. Below those two shelves, I'm rocking a Get Better or Better Than Yesterday frame that I got from 10,000 the clothing company. They're my favorite workout clothes that I've ever come across. Second best is Virus International, who I was sponsored by, but I'm always going to keep it real with you guys. 10,000 is the way to go for workout clothes. On the other side of my desk, I'm rocking my current dirt bike helmet and goggles. It just looks cool, and it just gets me excited to go out there and ride. And again, the whole theme of this is like things that I enjoy to do, things that get me like inspired and kind of motivated, whether they're extracurricular, whether they're hobbies. It just all kind of just gets me in a good mood. It gets me excited, gets me amped up. Yeah, I have some filming gear as well on my desk. I have a GoPro there. These things kind of just get me in the creative, motivated, inspired mood, and that's always the goal and theme for my setup. So if you're a young kid out there, slowly piece your setup together. Like I said, everything here is not really brand name. It's not the top of the line, but it's good enough for what I wanted it to do. There's definitely way better monitors out there. For me, this is the perfect monitor because it's not too big, it's not too bulky. The stand is amazing and ergonomic, which was a big factor. It's definitely HD. It's 1440p. It looks super crisp, super sharp, and it's LG. I love LG. I'm a big LG fan, it was a great deal that I got on Amazon. Didn't break the bank. Below that was a standing desk. I wanted it to fit my my theme of the white on black and just subtle pops of color here and there. Got it for $100 off Facebook Marketplace. You don't need anything fancy there. I know there's like 800 thousands of dollar stand-up desks out there, and they can cost a lot of money. You really don't need the most expensive thing. You just need what is up to your standard, to your liking, and just your whole vibe that you're going for. Again, we have all these pictures in our mind of what we kind of want to go for. So just whatever you have in your mind or whatever you're planning out, try to go for that. It doesn't have to be the most expensive thing. Now again, the more expensive things tend to be a little bit better quality, so you just kind of have to pick and choose. And also, if you're going to go on the bargain side, just look for the quality, make sure it's good. This was off Facebook Marketplace. It was someone else's, desk, or maybe it was like at an office, and honestly, good quality. I bought it, $100 well spent. It's lasted me a year and a half now, and I don't think it's going to be needing a replacement anytime soon. With that being said, I've pieced this whole setup together over the last couple, like maybe 3 or so years. And that's just kind of just been my setup evolving in general. The microphone that I'm using to record, the Yeti, you guys can watch a video on that I got to build content on. It looks good for the setup, and I've kind of moved it around. Same deal with the plant. The plant is always getting moved around, and it just adds a good vibe to my setup. Again, the whole theme of this is to add things to your setup that inspire you, that you like. For me personally, it's all my hobbies, whether that's mountain biking, riding a dirt bike, gaming a little bit, listening to like a motivational podcast, or listening to a podcast based on my current hobby, working out, creating content, tech, that sort of thing. That's basically the whole theme of my setup. It gets me inspired, it gets me motivated to create content, to look forward to riding my mountain bike, to working out, to getting out and riding my dirt bike, learning a new skill, listening to a podcast, and kind of just getting inspired to create more content or reach a certain goal that I have, whether that's physically, financially, learn a new skill, or honestly just some mindless stuff that I listen to kind of just wind down. Going back to the whole like theme of like doing things that kind of inspire you, or whether it's in a creative way or whatever type of way. I've been getting into games that kind of do that for me, and Riders Republic was one of those. I used to growing up, I used to play Tony Hawk Pro Skater, and then like Skate 2, Skate 3. This game is super cool because you can do BMX, you can do mountain biking and all this stuff. And I remember back in the day playing Dave Mirra BMX. I remember playing MX Unleashed, and just these games that are super awesome and optimized for this new console. So you're getting like the really good graphics, the really good player dynamics, and then it's like a hobby or just like something you're interested in to kind of just wind down and mindlessly play. That's been awesome with Riders Republic. Highly recommend this game. You can just bomb down a hill on a mountain bike and throw whips, throw turn downs. You can grab a BMX bike. You can do a snowboarding character as well. It reminds me of Amped back on the original Xbox. So all these games are kind of just like inspiring me to kind of get out there and do my own hobbies, and it's just fun, especially if it's like stuff that you're interested in. It's cool to just jump on here, get a quick round in, throw down and just have fun, and also get inspired for your personal interests, personal hobbies, and then just wake up and kick butt the next day. Again, this Xbox kind of adds value in the terms of resting, recharging, and just kind of resetting your brain. It also just helps you and have some fun and enjoy things. That's what the whole point of the setup is, guys. Make your setup tailored to your likes, to your interests, to your creativity and hobbies and all this stuff, guys. Guarantee you it will add value to you rather than take away. That's the whole point of the setup. I didn't get too technical. I hope that helped, guys. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Tech Lift out.